boy, what do we have here today? First off, guys, I just want to go ahead and say the creator of this game, it's an amazing project, and I think that he should continue to develop this game. It's amazing. I've seen it, I played it, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. First off, link is in the description down below. Please do yourself a favor if you have the PC specs to do so, play the game, or at least check it out on screen and see if you're interested or not by supporting him. You can go ahead and donate to it. It is a free download, but he is asking for donations, so please, if you have the money or if you have the time to do so, just give the game a download and maybe donate if you can. Okay, so before I actually praise this game, I want to go ahead and bash the guy who made a video on actually how I found out about this game. This guy, what the hell are you doing? First off, he bashes the Ace Combat community, right? He says that there's too much radio chatter, too much talk, the music, it's all too much. It's just so extra. And you know, he doesn't say it in those words, but you get the gist of what he's talking about how Ace Combat is just too much, you know, it's a little bit extra. The storyline and all this stuff that goes really in depth and what makes the game for what it is, what makes the franchise for Ace Combat, you know? Everything that makes up the franchise is just so extra. Wow, would you look at that? I guess we are a little bit too much, guys, you know? We're just too much. We just think about the game too much. We have too many theories. We just go so in depth when at the end of the day, it's just a plane simulator. We're just fighting a bunch of planes at the end of the day. Wow, I never would have thought about that. I guess he's kind of right. No, but in all seriousness, he did bash the community, and I think that I should actually talk about this because one, yes, I am triggered. Two, he did praise the game, the simulator that he played, which I can highly agree with. I'll praise it all day. But when you bash Ace Combat and you say how terrible it is, we have a problem. The issue at hand is that, first off, he didn't even know what he was talking about. His flying was sloppy, his gameplay was sloppy. Look, it's not like I have any room to talk, but I can at least admit that I suck at the game. His maneuverability was sloppy, and he did not know the difference between a SAM, and a SAAM. For those of you that don't know, an SAAM is a semi-active air-to-air missile. Keep that in mind. You can tell there's a difference because there's an extra A in the SAAM. And a SAM, is a surface-to-air missile. Now, for those of you that don't know the difference, here, look at it. Wow. There's a huge difference, right? How could you ever get that mixed up? There's an extra A in the SAM, and there's the SAM, the SAM. Wow, who would have thought about that? There's a difference. Interesting, right? I never would have thought about that. I'm so glad you pointed that out, ActivAce. Oh, why, thank you. I'm just too smart for some of these people, you know? Okay, but seriously, come on, guys. That's such an easy difference. You can't get that mixed up. Now, I don't know too much about this guy, and I don't want to bash on him too much, and I'm sure that he's a pretty casual fan. I don't know if he's ever played Ace Combat. I'm assuming he has, since apparently it's so extra and all that radio chatter and stuff, you know. It's just too much for him. I don't know if he's ever had any military experience or if he's ever done research, which I'm assuming he hasn't, because, you know. Anyways, I couldn't even finish the rest of his video, and at the end of the day, honestly, just keep doing you guys. I don't think this is anything to worry about, to be honest. I do want to go ahead and say, for the fact of the matter is that this guy obviously has clearly no idea what he's talking about. Secondly, his opinion on this project and on the simulator, I can highly agree with. It's a great project. Highly recommend it. It's still in its alpha, and although there's a lot more that the guy can do with, I'm sure there's so many things that he can mess around with, maybe make mods, maybe have an online mode. I think this game would be amazing, to be honest. It kind of reminds me of Hawks, for anyone who doesn't know. Now, this is sort of the first actual simulator I played aside from Ace Combat, and I can say that it's pretty smooth for what it is. So this is all I'm going to do. I'm done bashing the guy. All I can say is he has no idea what he's talking about, and at the end of the day, Ace Combat takes another W, because obviously this guy is missing out on a lot, and I think that we should just leave him be, to be honest. Just leave him in the dust, let this fly over our shoulders. He promoted a great project, which, yeah, it's pretty amazing. And obviously, you know, he doesn't know what he's talking about, so let him be. Let him have his fun. I don't want to be that petty guy that goes and tells my fans to go ahead and attack him for something so stupid, because at the end of the day, it's pretty stupid to attack him for just bashing a series that, you know, it is his opinion, but it's a pretty bad opinion, and especially when you can't back it up with your own context or your own information, or at least facts, then you shouldn't really have the right to be talking about your own opinion in the first place. But I digress. There's a lot of work that can be done to this game. It's still in its alpha, and I think it's amazing for what this guy's created already. It's so early in its stages, and I think there's so much potential to this game. He could add online, he could add different play models, obviously, maybe even a campaign mode. That would actually be pretty cool, but I don't think there's any legal issues this guy could run into because Ace Combat doesn't hold the copyright, or they haven't at least trademarked the whole plane fighter simulator aspect of the market. So I think this guy is safe in that zone, obviously, because this game would have been taken down already. Secondly, I think that there's a lot of potential. Maybe he could bring it to Steam one day. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think if this guy had a lot more weapons and plane models and a bunch of different stuff to choose from, I think this could be a pretty good indie project, especially at this stage, and this guy should continue his work. And even if this doesn't work out, at least reach out. And you know, he gave us a great project to look at, and you know, although the geography isn't the best at all, I think it's pretty bad. I just want to go and get some constructive criticism for at least what he's made so far, because you know, he has to have something to improve on. And I think at the end of the day that if this guy just continues to strive for what he has and what he's been doing and focus on that main goal, at the end of the day this guy could create something really major and something I think larger than he could ever think of. And you know, hey, maybe one day he could work at the Ace Combat Bandai Namco staff. You know, maybe he could be one of their own team members. That would be pretty cool. I don't know, it's just something to think about. I'm throwing that out there. Hey man, I'm rooting for you if you ever decide to go that route, or if you ever somehow make it that way. Hey man, hit me up, I'm free. Like I said guys, at the end of the day, in all seriousness, please do not go ahead and bash this guy. I understand what he's done. I understand that he obviously doesn't have any information on this, or he doesn't obviously understand anything about Ace Combat. Please don't go ahead and savagely just destroy his channel. Honestly, it's not worth it. At the end of the day, we all understand he doesn't know anything about the series, and that's okay. There's always going to be someone like that, and we're always going to run into people like this. And I understand, I don't even know that much about the community, or at least in the series in general, and at least I can admit that and say that. And I feel like if he was a little more open, rather than being this big and badass guy that thinks he knows everything, at least he could stand up and say, hey, I don't know a lot about the series, but what I do know of is blah 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 blah, and this is why I can compare it to. Maybe I would have had a little more leniency, but I just want to go and call him out so he understands what he's done and what he doesn't understand, and what are some things he can do to fix it. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to go ahead and show this game off to you guys. It's an amazing project, and this guy definitely has a lot more work to do at the end of the day. If you haven't already, go ahead and download the game in the description down below. It's amazing. Please check it out. If you have the money or have the time, please donate to him. He's at least trying to do a little or a lot more work to this game, and it definitely deserves it. Also, go ahead and join the Discord server in the description down below, where we can talk about pretty much anything Ace Combat. It's open to you guys. Also, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new here. I really would appreciate it. And with all that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys then.